What's good, y'all? It's Real Talk, Pop Culture Junkies. It's your boy Mars in the building. And today, I'm talking about that Kyle Rittenhouse trial, man. And not just that shit. I want to talk about that Astroworld. I want to talk about that Travis Scott situation too, man. I feel like that Travis Scott shit is a why no other way to say it? A distraction. I feel like that Travis Scott shit is a distraction. And not only do I feel like motherfucking Rittenhouse, who these is white dudes he killed. These is white men he killed. And Judge ain't got no sympathy, no nothing for them. He ain't got nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? They were protesters in a Black Lives Matter rally. This motherfucker brought a fucking AR-15 from a whole nother state. Like, he wasn't old enough to buy a damn AR-15. Somebody else bought it for him. The supply box he bought to be an EMT was like the size of a fucking lunchbox or a big cup. You know what I'm saying? Like a large cup or some shit, bro. Like, that's crazy. And the judge is acting like the judge is saying objection to the shit that the prosecutor is saying. And the prosecutor seems sketchy too, because it's like, So I would have called for a new judge or something, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. This shit crazy. I mean, like on some real shit, the prosecution hands is tied when the minute he asked this guy a hardball question, the judge he don't got the defense don't got to say shit. The defense can sit back and smile because the judge is gonna do all the fucking labor apparently. So this is some shit I ain't never seen in a motherfucking murder trial ever. How long was that O.J. Simpson trial? You know what I mean? That shit was long as hell, and I don't know. I'm just trying to get an understanding, dog. I really am trying to get an understanding, cause so are we saying certain people can be vigilantes and other people can't? Because I really don't understand. Because that's what the fuck that is. That's vigilantism. That's vigilantism for real, for real. So, like, I really don't get it. I don't get how we got to the state of vigilantism. Yeah, I don't understand how we got to the point where this vigilantism is just allowed like that. And nobody saying nothing. Don't nobody got no complaints. Don't nobody got no fucking answers. But your black ass do something. Your Mexican ass do some shit that's going down. But it's to the point where if you're a white person and you don't align with the politics of the motherfucker that got the position of judge or prosecutor or whatever the fuck, like that's a fucking scary ass spot to be in, bro. Cause they act like because these niggas was protesters. They act like these niggas' lives ain't matter at all, bro. And I'm trying to understand how. Again, this nigga not a police officer. This nigga don't got no law enforcement. He not even an EMT. He lied, said he was a student, and they proved since the trial started that he not one. So I'm trying to understand how this nigga getting away with this shit. Like, for real. I really am trying to understand how the fuck is this nigga getting away with this shit. Cause, like, dog, this shit wild, man. It's some wild ass shit we living in. Where, like I said, certain members of society commit crimes, murders even, and it's like, hey man, he was afraid. Like they are literally using the defense that they use for a police officer for this white dude who shot 3 people, killed 2, and would have killed more if the crowd wouldn't have fucking apprehended that nigga. The nigga didn't show no remorse after the fact. And then he get up in court and want to bust into tears and shit. That's some bullshit. That's some major bullshit. So, yeah. I really am trying to understand how we got to this place, how we got to this state of just callousness for each other when we don't agree with each other. Like this Me Too shit, this cancel culture shit, all that shit play a role in that shit too. But again, like I said, this Astroworld shit, niggas is blaming Travis Scott for some shit, but I don't see nobody blaming the motherfuckers who was trampling motherfuckers who was disorderly. I don't see nobody blaming the security company who failed to secure the venue. I don't see nobody blaming the venue for, you know what I mean, hiring or hosting the goddamn concert, knowing that they didn't have adequate security to, you know, secure the place, secure the building, make sure everybody was safe, make sure everybody, got where they needed to be. You know what I mean? Didn't bring in certain items and shit like that. Even though it's outside, they still didn't. Like I said, I do security, so they didn't do a good job of securing the building I know they're not saying people from outside the venue broke into the venue. Do you get what I mean? Like, where was law enforcement at and shit like that? But what's even more disgusting, since we're going on the topic of law enforcement, is how Fox is just coming out talking about, well, this is what happens, da 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 da. Like, again, like the callousness. You know what I mean? These niggas not journalists. They not reporting the news. They're giving editorialisms and shit and motherfucking theories and fucking personal fucking, you know what I mean, soapboxes and shit. These motherfuckers is coming out in the media, and then they trying to disassociate themselves from the media. The media, what the fuck is this then, nigga? You get what I'm saying? When you watching their little whole ass segments and shit, like, you gotta be careful, though. You gotta watch who you following, who you listening to, man, because your ass get played and shit, thinking you know some shit, man. Like, we ain't even gonna talk about that shit. Like I said, man, it's crazy that they literally dividing this country. I mean, the country already was divided. Let's keep it 100. It's just now it's becoming it's always gonna be about race. Don't never think it ain't gonna. It's that shit gonna stop. That shit ain't gonna stop. But it's always gonna be about race, and now it's about politics and class and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of this shit. So we already had racial fucking tensions. We already had class warfare forever. You know what I mean? With the rich finding new divisive ways to control the poor and all this other shit and exploit them and shit. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's to the point where, you know, the shit is in your face now, man. You know, this dude on the he did something that was in line with the powers that be at the time, and they are not. They are. I feel like they more bold with this nigga Joe Biden than they was with Obama. You know what I mean? Like, they don't got no respect. I mean, they ain't had no respect for Obama, but it was more like he hit them where it hurt and they feelings and shit. But this nigga Joe Biden and shit, I hate these niggas on these motorcycles outside. Anyway, this nigga Joe Biden, they don't respect that nigga, man. They don't got no respect for that nigga Joe. They don't got no love or respect for that nigga Joe, dog. It's like blatant. Like, they think he old, they think he weak. He got a female vice president. They couldn't even get a female vice president. So it's some Nancy Brown. She not like that black shit. I'm not gonna play with the vice president about that shit. She knows she don't identify as black. She knows she identifies Indian. You get what I'm saying? West Indian or Indian, or you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. She don't identify as that's politics. It's politics. That motherfucker say anything. Anyway, don't get me started on the vice president. But like I said, man, I'm in the middle on this shit because I'm in the middle as far as politics go. Because Democrats and Republicans will say whatever, dog. The irony is both of these motherfuckers, they use Mitt Romney ideas to fucking adjust the last 8 to what 12 years, the last 8 or 12 years. We've been living Mitt Romney motherfucking ideas, bro. So that's what I'm saying. If you just pay attention to the trends and the politics and shit like that, you'll see what I'm talking about. But like I said, man, what y'all think about that Rittenhouse shit, dog? My man get on stand and cry, and the news is telling you the case is a wrap. The jury ain't said shit yet. These niggas in the news came out talking about all day yesterday, oh, this shit over with. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, they shaping the narrative of this shit. And then you talking about this Astroworld shit, mad at Travis Scott for basically some shit. This nigga got to perform. This nigga ain't got shit to do with the security. This nigga don't got shit to do with that shit. It's on the venue to make sure that shit's straight. So y'all all fucking retarded. Everybody that's in that shit, that's saying something about that shit, because y'all distracted by this shit while 2 big ass racial cases going where they let motherfuckers that ain't even motherfucking police. So again, like I said, are we deputizing white niggas again? And the Joe Biden's America, like I said, motherfuckers said all that shit about Trump. But this shit happening under Joe Biden, nigga, where a fucking concert them got basically took over or was under siege, you know what I'm saying, by whoever, and during 2 radical cases. So you had 1 cop just get sent to jail for murdering a motherfucker, and the other 3 cops, that's hush, hush, hush. And then you got these 2 murderers, or these 3 murderers in 2 cases. Well, four murderers, because you gotta see that the neighbor or the guy or the random dude was an accomplice to that shit. So you got four murderers in two cases, three people dead, one person injured, and the media is coddling these motherfucking murderers, dog. The media coddling these murderers, and they basically telling you wrong, and this is political, and they coming after Trump over this shit, and it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. It has everything to do with these men are murderers. Murderers. You got the people that stormed the Capitol, all that shit, and these motherfucking judges and these motherfucking what do you call them? Prosecutors, all these motherfucking political motherfuckers. Look at Detroit, bro. How corrupt this bitch is, and how much shit we got going on here. Where you got motherfucking just the whole police department just corrupt. You know what I'm saying? City council just corrupt. Fucking Senate fucking person corrupt. So arrogant that this son of a bitch took a key in his shoe to jail. That's how arrogant this son of a bitch is. So if that's the problem we got here in the north, you know what I'm saying? I can just, and that's Midwest North, just higher up, lower. It don't matter where the fuck you go. You got to deal with this racism. You got to deal with incompetent government officials, and it don't matter what. These Democrat motherfuckers that's doing shit. These Republican motherfuckers, like it don't matter what side. Corrupt is corrupt, and motherfuckers can't even hold motherfuckers accountable because we so worried about personal vendettas or whatever the fuck, racial vendettas or just goofy shit. But at the end of the day, black people, Detroit people, America, white people, Chinese people, Asian people, brown people, the people to the people, you know what I mean? That make this bitch up. Indian people, Hindu people, Muslim people, fucking Scientology people, all y'all motherfuckers, Jewish people, everybody. If you get murdered and you don't agree with the politics of a certain motherfucker, and that's your judge, this is what you facing now. If you get killed and your murderer is cool with the fucking local government, this is what you facing now. Or they just do what the fuck they want. That's my friend. That's my nepotism, tribalism. That's what all I see when I look at these cases. It's Real Talk, Pop Culture Junkie. It's your boy Mars.